Darnell. Now he's still there, Miss Parker. This the only time when a nigga goes silent is when you ask about the SA charges. You feel me? He gets mute in the fuck. You can't hear nothing. Taco British, you can hear me? Yeah. Darnell, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
This is the time to clear it up for the world. This innocent, like I said, Darnell, I did things I can't take back. I did things I'm not happy and proud of. You get what I'm saying? But this is a baby that's this.
I don't know about another fight. I don't know why the hell he loud. I don't know about the family. So why the hell he loud? That shit hurts. Well, I look like touching a turkey or
Who said something about punching her? What? Okay, so that's why I was trying to figure out. So basically, he was not only supposed to have been touching Isaiah inappropriately, he had also did some physical shit. Okay, so he's also, well, they saying basically he put his hands on her, and that's the reason why Jarvis came over there and fucked him up allegedly. Is this what is going on? Come on, bro. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
I don't know about another fight. I don't know why the hell he loud. I don't know about the family. So why the hell he loud? That shit hurts. Well, I look like touching a turkey or
What's it touching?
Or her or what she is. I don't know. What I look like? I got pictures of that bitch myself. I got God kids, I see it. Or I just got to take the part from time to time.
Okay, well then have that same energy when we asked you about why you got the one right on this damn forum. Now tell me what's going on with your niece, nigga. You know, been out for the chest and the other questions, but when we asking you why you on the goddamn registry, you get mute. See, people like these, that's why I won't be able to interview nobody. Yeah, man, they've been a goddamn.
He loud.
Darnell, I'll ask you for a second just to take a moment to break this up. Okay.
Yeah, we going to the evangelist next.
Because he lied about a lot of things. He did.
Darnell, let me ask you this. I just want you to be honest. Do you think that the evangelist put on you what he done to Nasiah? Just kind of based off of our relationship and things like that.
Because he know the 71. Like I said, I don't know the 70. He do. He be wrong the border. He be over there. Anything he come to Michigan, he go over there.
You just said he'd be around more than you've been around.
It's all another.
You almost got caught up down
I don't know, internet and other.
Internet. And does the evangelist, is he autistic? Yeah, he gives the more, after talking to you and between you and him, I gotta be honest, he's more on the, definitely on the autistic side, even, with my guests watching him laugh at things that, were so inappropriate, and things. That's why I titled this guy's Clearing the Air, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to clear the air, he was very upset, he came up for us, and, he was very emotional. He wasn't like Kenneth, Kenneth, the evangelist. He very much so, and I'm not gonna, Darnell's transgressions with the children and what he did, those acts, has nothing to do with me. He's got to face God for it. He has got to face God for all of that. I'm not her judge's fan. I really want answers for Nasiah Harris and, the things like that and the allegations that was put on him and stuff. So he wanted to clear the air after I sent him the lie. He wanted you guys to know that he never met the Harris family. He doesn't know Nasiah. He's never been around Nasiah. He's not autistic. And that he's had physical altercation with the evangelist. Because remember that the evangelist was so adamant that he didn't. Him and Florentino, when Kiwana jumped down in the chat and he said that Kiwana made allegations that he beat the hell out of Florentino, and he said they never did and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
came to me. That's why I said I was hurt on that.
So it was physically abusive. He was really physical. When you say that, like what kind?
He's the, like I come in from going to my mama's house, he was getting mad about that. Like I ain't gonna stop you from saying because me and mama had a close relationship. He used to get mad because I was like I'm about to go to my mama's house and check on her. She one day or one Sunday, I think he came over and knocked all the food off the ground. My daddy was about to ship the hell out of him.
And your daddy, I mean, the nigga, you a man
Like,
So
too.
he go ahead. I'm sorry.
like y'all probably know how to suspect them. I don't care how big you is, you ain't gonna suspect my mama. Cause we used to fight all the time. Like I ain't gonna get mad because me and my family clubs.
I'm glad you talked about family. So, did he ever mention anything about family? He said he was in foster care, but I seen different. That's what I'm saying about him. I seen different. I didn't understand. He said he told us he didn't have a mother or nothing, and then I find a mother, and he don't pray for my mother, and it's all over the place.
You know what? Fuck all of this. You know what's really breaking my heart the most, and I'm so sorry that I gotta say this. It's the fact that for internet and Shannon to come into this preliminary hearing and say, that they had these kids on a tight leash. It blows my whole top. I've seen this little girl so many different places without family, with grown ass men. It makes me wonder what the fuck they was really into. And it makes me go back to that text message at 2:30 in the morning where Jarvis is telling Isaiah to come get in the car with him at 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning. You feel me? And the first thing she says is, did you ask them if I can go? That always stick out with me. You know what I'm saying? It just always stuck out to me because I'm like, that's not the question you would ask. That would be the thing that you would say. You would be like, I can't, or something. But when she said, did you ask if I can go? It just almost just makes it seem like they was way aware of a lot of shit going on with their niece in that house. And let's be real, I'm from Detroit. It's the city of the pimps. Every man in the world thought there was one a pimp at one. It's just given that these sick ass women was loaning this child out. Yo, it's pissing. You can't get around that, y'all. And see, everybody want to be mad at me because they like, and that is an elder, respect. Fuck that. Nah. Because it's just certain mannerisms that a grandmother do not have. Okay? First of all, if that child is not in the house by 8 o'clock, we're not waiting 24 hours to see where this child is at. Two, we're not going to the school. She went to the school and said she was dropped off. See, people don't understand this background shit. This started making me so mad. Oh, these motherfuckers so horrible. These motherfuckers were
So,
so
do you know
horrible.
anything about him being adopted? Do you know anything about a family?
He got
These motherfuckers were so horrible.
he got a auntie, he got a mother, he got his father passed. His mother passed I think 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm, I see
He
that.
got nieces and nephews. So he wow, a big one.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what puts our pieces together on who really was a corporate, the church that's coming up all of a sudden, and things like that. So this is kind of he wanted to clear the air. That's why I said Kenneth Greer clearing the air about Nasiah Harris. He definitely came over here and deflected. I want you guys to know that the evangelist is definitely the one that was inflicting essay on Varn and Naziah. I do want to say that. allegedly, anything, about Naziah Harris. He definitely came over and deflected. I want you guys to know that, the evangelist is definitely the one that was inflicting, essay on, Barney and, Naziah. I do want to say that, allegedly, but for Naziah for sure. I also found out that, he is the one who touched Naziah by, being in the church that the pastor did, talk to Annette about not, pressing allegation. I mean pressing charges against, the evangelist. Just so you guys know. So, so what else do you know about the other kids? They said, can you tell us a little more? Like, so when you're meeting, y'all met, where did y'all meet at? What, like, how did it go?
We met at the church's chicken wherever in Missouri Road. It was close now. That's where we met at. It was raining that day. I had caught the bus. And we got to his mother's house. And from there we started talking and getting to know each other, and. Then one day I wanted to go to my mother's house. He was like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. So I just walked out, went on my mother's house. He come over there, knocked all the food on the ground, and she cooked a nice, you know how the mothers do back in the day. Sunday dinner, fried chicken and so forth. He knocked all that on the ground. My dad's about to shoot. Like, you ain't gonna come to my house and disrespect my family.
So how long did you stay with the violence? Like, he seems pretty, floored. Like, did he have episodes and stuff like that? Like split personalities? We want to know who the evangelist Kenneth was, because I seen, we didn't get to talk about it to my people.
He got missed personality. I think he had Sagittarius.
So it's like you seen split personalities.
Yeah.
And when did it start getting violent? Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as physical? What?
Every day.
They over your mother every day?
Yes. For 3 years. But one day I got tired of it, so I just left. I didn't tell what I was going or nothing. I just left.
So was you scared of him because the weight he had on you, he had a bigger advantage on you for sure. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, he kind of put his name, and stuff like that. Do you have any kind of disability, Darnell? Any kind of, and it's okay. Hell, I got mental issues.
No.
Okay. So he said he doesn't have any mental issues. And the way I talked to him, does. Now the other one, the evangelist Kenneth, very much so. It was, the conversations was all over the place. I gotta tell you guys, Risky said when he dated him, he never went to Annette's home with him. So did they ever, if he's been around this family for as long as he has, did he ever bring them to where you guys were?
No.
So no cookouts, no park events, no anything.
He don't like, I like doing stuff like that, but he don't. He like staying in the house, and I like doing stuff. I like traveling and so forth. I just came to Florida a couple weeks ago.
So did y'all ever go to church together?
No, he went to his church, I went to mine.
So he always belonged to the Jehovah Shalom.
Correct.
But how would you know his church was dead? See, this is what's. Where is this baby? See, this is why I don't. You know what I mean? Because nigga, what? See, I'm gonna you need to shut up.
Did he ever talk about the Jehovah Shalom church with you about children?
He always talk about kids.
What was he say about kids?
Was it every time I was like, the Zelaya case, I was like, you heard anything new? People like, no. She thinks she's still alive. Well, I said, I don't think so. But Like I
So
say,
how did y'all get on the conversation of the Desire Harris case?
Yeah, because nigga, you act like you ain't know.
that's how I first found out. That's why I don't have reached out to him because I know he even close to the family. I'm not. I know he more like family than I do. Because he's always around. Like I say, every time he come into Michigan from Cincinnati, he over there taking that. Because he came from a hotel or whatever.
No, Miss Parker, you did incredible. Facts. You did incredible. You did incredible with this interview. Bless your heart. You feel me? But this nigga, I want to choke him.
Okay. He was in a hotel.
No, every time you come to Michigan, you come over here.
When you come to Michigan, he will go to a next house.
Correct.
Did you ever drop him off there?
One time I did.
Okay. So when you dropped him off, you never went in and said, hey, he never introduced you and said, hey, this is my boyfriend, Darnell, and nothing. Because, when people introduce, you bring your boyfriend all the time, you want to see where your significant other's going. You know what I'm saying? I know I do. Like, who else is this? So when he would talk about children, let's get to that. I want to go back to when he would talk about children. Because he was always a picture man. And it was always of kids, never the adults. And it kind of threw me with him. And I asked him, because that just stood out to me. He was a picture man.
He tried to talk up. I had to stop him. They're like, nope, you ain't not taking no pictures of no little kids' process. Nope. I had to stop him.
So he would want to take pictures of children in your family.
Yep.
Did he ever give up? They said, I know I'm going to that house if I'm dropping my man off of who I was there. I agree. I'm definitely going to see whose house I'm dropping my man off.
I mean, I think I would too, but in this type of situation, I think we've already understood that this nigga was like he was the timid woman of the relationship. I mean, he would have to get his daddy to come out there and help him if this fool was spotted out. I don't think that he was in the position to be like, who house you in? He probably was like, drop my ass off, and he pulled off because that was his role. This nigga, scared of this man he went with from the way that I took it. He called his daddy on his boyfriend.
He said, it's because he said, don't make that shit factual. I'm going to facts check some shit, okay? So it's kind of hard to believe that, but that's your story. When you say about the kids,
it's evident that Kenneth was doing the thing.
You never said anything to him about why do you want to take pictures of kids all the time?
I did. He just kept taking the subject. They're like, whatever. That's what he said. You ain't got it.
What stood out to make you question him about the kids?
Because one day he tried to take a picture of my niece, so like, why you trying to take a picture of my niece? My niece, she was 10.
Now, Kenneth, I gotta interrupt. Darnell, was this the same niece that you were accused of? Now, this is very important information.
She never did give me an answer. I had to tell my sister, watch him.
You on the registry? She should be watching you. Because why the fuck why you on the registry? Shit.
So you told your sister to watch the abandoned skin. There's a whole lot of watching going on. How do you stay with somebody that makes you uncomfortable? Because once a man gives me that, he wants to watch my nieces and nephews, give me that lie that he's always reporting children. That's a red flag. You know what I'm saying, Darnell?
Right, were you afraid to leave him?
I was.
Honestly, I've been in a relationship where I was very much so scared to leave. For whatever reason. So Darnell said he did have, he said he would have to tell his people to watch, the kids around him. They said sound like you was cool as long as you had somewhere to stay. So you
For
was
real,
so
Big
you was
Mac
free to stay.
Yacht. So he is gonna show receipts. Is it on this video? Where can I get to that at? Give me a time stamp, y'all. So he showed receipts to where the case was dismissed. Okay.
He was free to leave SRT. Um, so you live with Darnell. You live with the evangelist.
Right. Well, we stayed with each other. He stayed with me. Well, this is my apartment. I was the one paying all the rent because he didn't have no income.
So he has no income.
Right.
So I'm beginning to believe. Did you ever hear anything you said about the church? Let's get back to that really quick about the church. And yeah, y'all keep it respectful in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Please keep it respectful. Um, when you come home from the church and talk about the children, what would be the conversations, and why would all the church conversations be about the children? That did never stand out to be weird to you too?
They did.
Because we definitely did some weird things with the children at this church. What would he say about the children?
Like the outfits was nice and the hair. Or if they had a youth thing, he like the youth that was, nice.
You say he would talk about their hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna I wanna know, was the messages on this particular video? Because I was gonna scroll up to the messages and we was gonna jump into the evangelist, because it's like it's a lot I wanna hear with this evangelist now. I'm what the fuck?
Wow. So did he ever mention Jarvis Butts to you? Like anything about them, like anything about this family, even though you didn't introduce them, you never mentioned Lady, Shannon, Marquita, and never.
About the lady and never mentioned Jarvis or none of them.
What would he say about Lady?
She was a crackhead and like how you gonna tell her business too? That's between her. I don't know her personal business.
You know, what did you say? Right now, couldn't read.
I said, her money, that's between her and God. They should be going through something. Like, it's people do things for a reason. If you talk about her like that, it was wrong. Well, you must be cool with the family. We used to talk about her like a dog.
Oh, wow. So he used to talk about Lady like a dog. Yeah, he talked about it pretty bad to us too. So I know, and I haven't mentioned Lady to you except right now. And yeah, so I know for a fact, so you're not lying about this part for sure. Nothing about inappropriate touching in that house ever.
I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't around.
No, you know how you have a conversation with your boo. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about actually, we just have a conversation. So
He never mentioned it.
So was he secretive about when he would go to the hair house? And so you wouldn't know when he was over there.
Correct.
So how would you find it? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kelly. Go ahead.
After what y'all told me the other day, I had to hurry up and block him because that's where I'm. Yeah.
Why would he have been blocked though, Diana? He should have been blocked. So what you're stating in here, it just me keep on.
Me some stuff that I don't even know nothing about. He lying to carry on. I don't even know nothing about the fact. You know more about the family than I do. That's wrong.
I believe that. And did he ever? Cause he said he was in love with Florentino. So you mean to tell me you didn't know anything about him and Florentino?
No.
Because it was said that he was way older than Florentino. He said he met Florentino on the dating app, but it was unbelievable because Florentino at the time would have been underage. I did my research.
Yeah.
Oh, he SA'd Florentino.
Right.
Okay, you said correct. Yeah. Okay, we cleared that up. Well, anybody got any questions? Do you mind if anybody comes and asks you any questions, Darnell, or you want to just?
Sure.
You said okay. Let me drop the link, guys. Hold on. Because I think that people are believing that they believe you guys. Give me a second.
I think on someone.
Yeah, from my knowledge, Florentino was a net son, correct? Am I wrong? Am I got my shit right? But then he was a net son, right?
I think that's it.
I mean, everybody has a right to clear up their name with those allegations, even though, like I said, your past ain't got nothing. He's strictly on the Zion Harris case. Strictly on what happened to Zion, who was around Zion, based off of what he said. Because, like I said, I got it right here, and he said he's been around David Florentino. They knew he was a sex offender. Kenneth found out 2 months in the relationship. He said he was always cheating. And he said, yes, look into him. He very much so could have possibly touched Zion Harris.
Wow. Nope.
Hold on, guys. I got something in the way of me dropping the link. So if you guys don't mind giving me a second. Okay.
That's what I was just about to say. It seemed like this was pure projection. It seems like the Kenneth dude was the one who might be the one that's questionable. I mean, because my nigga, you the one that was spending time at the house. You the one that seems like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the first thing, I mean, by them mentioning that he couldn't stand late. And when I looked at Annette on the stand, you could tell that she couldn't stand her daughter too. It makes sense that they would have known each other, but very pleasant with one another. This is crazy. It seems to me that they all are comfortable with essays in their household. Because what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of like these kids don't even fucking stand a chance. And then, for Annette to really just get on that stand and say, oh, he never came to the house. But then in that happy birthday video, the way that she teleported from where she was standing to check this nigga about why he flying in and out the house like that was her man. And Shannon just holding the camera like a damn fool. It just says there's some shit going on, y'all. I wouldn't be, because listen, y'all. We finna get back into this, but when you think about Marquita having a relationship with Jarvis first, and then you have Shannon, it makes me say, it looks like Annette comes from a long line of pimping. Fuck, I don't care what nobody says. Starting with lady going all the way down, because the amount of tenant that Shannon is, when it comes down to her mother, I don't understand it. The closeness, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that Shannon and Marquita shared is crazy to me. And let's go to a step further. It wasn't just Jarvis that shared them. Marquita boyfriend did too. So what the fuck do y'all really got going on over there? Y'all selling adults and kids? Like, I gotta be shot.
Alright, I just dropped the link right there. I dropped the link in the chat for anybody that wants to come up and ask Darnell anything that you guys think I missed. I don't think it was too much to ask him because he had already basically gave me a rundown and I believe me. We talked about his charges and stuff and he confided in me enough to tell me and be honest about that. So, I told him, what he did before the Zion Harris, has nothing to do with me. That's on him and stuff like that, and God. So that's not what my show's about. So, other than that, I think he asked about the welcome to Cold Peace. Hey Cold Peace, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I have a question.
Well,
Because can you hear me still? Never mind. But I have a question. Because Evangelist came when he came on, he said that your grandma was giving you to your uncle. Is that true?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Correct.
Was anything with him happening with his family that you know of when he was younger?
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. I believe everything he was saying on the panel, he's saying that everything that happens to him, I feel like he's putting on you.
Correct.
But I just wanted to ask that, Ms. Parker, because I know that was one of the big questions or whatever. Thank you for letting me come on.
Of course, Copies. And let me ask you, with Copies being up here, do you have an adopted grandmother?
No.
So what she's saying is, you said you confided in him and told him you had an adopted grandmother that was selling you to your uncle for money.
That's a lie.
Child's getting juicy.
You know what, Copies? After talking to Darnell, you know when somebody puts their life on someone else?
Yeah.
This is very much so what it was.
This is what it is. Now I will say, because I'm just being honest. I cut to the chase. I believe Danielle isn't being 100% truthful about a lot of things, but I can see a lot of things that he's saying is true as well. Because I think the evangelist came up here and just, I think he's working for the Harris family. And let me just say that. Because like Darnell said, he's still in contact with them all the time. So it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's talking to them behind the scenes and coming up here trying to switch the narrative.
I agree, Sassy.
But all right, guys, I'm out.
Thank you, Copies, so much. It's a blessing having you on the panel.
Thank you. I left you a super tattoo.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.
For whoever donated to the channel and sent the super sticker.
We gonna go over to the Kenneth. Now listen. I'm sorry, I had like a real. Now look, what I need you to do is go over to Miss Parker page. You can continue to watch this in its entirety. I want to get on this Kenneth. No, don't do it. So he came out after the testimony. I feel like Chris Weather, he mentioned having saved the lady from. He mentioned having saved the lady from the drug. So I need to keep going on this. They said keep going. All right, cool. We keep going for that. Hold on. Listen. All right, don't yell at me shit. I want to know. Where you going? All right, where you going? Calm your ass. I got me. I got ribs. I got wine. I got boobies. I ain't. Don't yell at me. Shit. Woo. Okay, y'all. Yeah, y'all, get back to it. There you go. Y'all better cut me flat the fuck out.
Get the super chat. Let me get God's favor up here. Hey, God's favor, take your mic off mute, sister. Let me see if I can unmute your mic. You're mute, sister. Okay. You can hit the link and come back if you need to. This has been a lot. Darnell, thank you so much for coming and, wanting to clear the air. Regardless of your past transgressions, like I said, you was honest with me about that, with me and Top of Prince. We talked about it, and I told you that's not why we're here, so your past is your past and things like that. But we got to the Desire Harris. That's what I want to put, because I'm here for her and things like that. So I do want to ask you one more time. So when you called in about Desire Harris again, what was the conversation?
Karen. Oh, it's about, he used to make all kinds of lies. Stuff about, she not dead yet. She believes she's still alive. He always talking at the internet and the rest of the family.
Come back in, Darnell. You cut out when you said he always thought the answer and Annette and what happened.
Kim,
Yeah.
he used to make he used to be like, you heard anything else about the Zaya? You're like, nope. She believes she's still alive and so forth.
And what about Annette and him? Did he say?
Hello?
Yeah. He said, but you were saying something that he said something about Annette.
Yeah.
You better tell him, Nikki.
She's still alive. Like, I guess.
Your Parker gone now.
Hey guys, man, what's going on, sister?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You have some questions?
Yes, one. First off, I want to start off by saying hello, morning to everyone, and especially to you, Darnay. Thank you so much for just really, coming on here and being brave enough to speak.
Facts, though. That's a
Yes,
fact.
I do. I was wondering. I was wondering if you think that the
Love it.
evangelist person that would hide Messiah out.
Repeat the question again.
She said, do you think the evangelist would hide Messiah out? Or that's the question.
I believe so.
And he said he believes so, sis. Okay. Let me ask you about this. He said that he stated that a drug dealer, which is funny to me, but I put the story together very well. But I just want to kind of see if you can elaborate. He said he met a drug dealer in Ohio, and out of nowhere, this drug dealer gives him $7,000 because he was back on rent. But it's funny to me that these same drug dealers from Ohio who were in Detroit. Did you ever hear anything about these drug dealers?
No, I don't know about it.
And what kind of atmosphere was he living in when he was in Ohio? You know?
Raggedy. Raggedy and Bernie. And go be real.
And so he never lived in anything that looked like it cost $1,000 in rent.
Correct. And like me, like $200. If that.
Because I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I'm gonna break it down in my chat in just a second. It gives off to me he was a setup. He was a setup guy. He was a setup for the church, taking pictures of the children for one. And you, Courtney, you're good. I see you. Okay, don't touch Courtney. You're good, Courtney. I see you. I got you. You you said he was always taking pictures of the children. He came home talking about the kids heard from the church, which I'll talk about that later. Because that's funny to me that you said that. But anything of setup, like he would set you up for money, because he looked like he lived a pretty raggedy lifestyle. So do you get that? Do you get that feeling that he was against that family for any reason? To set even Desire up to be kidnapped or taken or to play a part with somebody along with that family to cause a harm.
Yes.
Did he ever talk about harming children?
Yes, he did.
What would he say, Darnell? Like some of the things he would say.
He was like one day he talked about trying to kidnap my niece. So like I had to tell my family like no, that's to start to that real fast. tried to set this up my niece and I'm like, nope. And my nephew.
And your nephews as well. Wow. Set up like how, Darnell?
Like take them somewhere and do sexual stuff.
Oh, do sexual stuff. Okay. I believe that. I believe that because he just stated, you guys, for those that didn't hear, he said Darnell, he said that Evangelist Kenneth would want to take his nieces and nephews and do sexual things, and he told his family to watch. Did anybody ever report him for these kind of acts?
My mama did.
When did you notice his sexual fetish for children?
2008.
What, like, can you elaborate on what happened? Like, just a little bit if you can remember. I know it's a long time ago, so it's kind of hard to, digest.
You can't hardly hear a lot of things that Darnell is saying, and there's certain things that, you know what I'm saying, you could tell that he's prevaricating the truth to where, like, he's telling half truths. But I'm believing this. I almost kind of feel like Kenneth is trying to put blame on what he did on this man. I mean, that's just why I'm going so. That's why I'm getting so far, bro.
2008 into now, but what did he say that, she's, or some of the things that he did? I'm gonna put you on this. Okay, go ahead, Darnell.
See, we went back to mom somewhere, you know, like, that boy, you good kid. But like, why you talking about kids like that? You know, you can go to jail or get hurt from kicking kid. My family crazy, so. Yeah, one time. It was wrong.
When your mother reported it, what made her report it? Like, what did she see? She had to see something to say, I'm reporting it.
Fact.
I don't know what she saw, because I was working at the time.
See, that's the part. See, he lose me with this that part.
That happened with
I know.
So I don't know. I can ask my cousin where I spoke with. My cousin work.
See, that's the part that blows me with Darnell. It'd be like, just when I start to kind of like reel into what he's saying, it's like, there's no way in the world your mother's going to report something and you not know the details of it by now. It's just no way. You feel what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
So, when he wanted to do sexual things with your niece and nephews, where would that be at?
My mama's house. You know, I think one day she's calling.
And, just being honest, Darnell, why not leave then,
I was scared.
This is why I do these lives right now, red flags. And we can love somebody, but, we gotta love our children, whether it's our nieces or nephews first. Their safety means more than anything than getting a quick piece of, you know what I'm saying, D or quick P, anything, you know what I'm saying? The safety of our children is first and foremost. And, when they be touched, we have to take accountability too. When we allow them to see red flags, whether we were scared at some point, or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you take accountability for turning a blind eye to behaviors that we inflict?
Plus I was younger too then, so you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. Did you ever spend time at the traveling inn? Did you ever notice? Did he ever mention anything about the traveling inn over there by Jarvis's shop?
No.
Did he ever mention anything about Jarvis? Because he said he would be his driver.
No.
Yeah, he said he was his driver for a while.
Oh, wow. When was that? It was probably was after we broke there.
I think y'all was broke up. I think I don't want to put that on you because the time of everything. Did you ever know a man named Frank? Him that ever mentioned a man named Frank?
Yeah, Frank used to work on his cars.
You said what?
Frank,
Let me tell you something, bro. Y'all already know how I feel about this shit. I be real quiet. I want to say thank you for the subs on Twitch, y'all. I'm seeing y'all. High maintenance. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Help me give it that love. Thank y'all so much. But yeah, this is I need to hear this part. Hold on, y'all.
used to work on. Frank used to work on his cars.
So he's been affiliated to Frank for quite some time, huh?
Correct.
Did you ever notice any children? Did you ever go to the shops at Frank's shops or anything?
No.
Did he have a relationship with Frank? Do you know? Frank working on his cars and stuff.
No, the party son.
What'd you say?
Probably so.
Oh, okay, he did have a relationship with Frank. Did he ever talk about Frank with you or anything?
No.
Okay. I thank you for clearing that up. So he never mentioned Jarvis Butts to you at all?
Correct.
Okay. Just Lady and Frank and him and Frank had a connection. Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Which means Frank been around before Jarvis. Okay, just keep moving on, y'all. Tell me.
Darnell, yeah, he said he would drive Jarvis around. Do you know Frank's nationality?
No, because I never saw him.
Oh, but you just knew Frank. Just for what he said. How long was Frank around? Do you remember?
Well, for years.
Oh, some years. Okay. Thank you so much, Darnell. I think I got everything I needed. From there, guys know he doesn't know Jarvis, so I don't wanna. He said he never talked about Jarvis. He never talked about Jarvis. Okay, so please, with that one. So did you ever live? Go ahead, guys.
I'm sorry.
Talk up, guys.
Okay, two questions. Darnell, one, are you bigger or smaller than Florentino?
Small. Oh, small.
Okay, but you said that he wouldn't want to hit Florentino because of his size, but you stated that he was physically abusive to you, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that was the right because. And another thing, how old was your niece and nephew when you were making statements about wanting to kidnap them and do harm?
8, 5.
Okay, and so how old was they when your mom reported that she felt like something was off with him doing, things inappropriate? Okay.
What color band? They want to know what color is your band or what color band did the Evangelist drive?
10.
A 10 band.
Yeah.
Do you drive a band, Darnell?
No. I got it. Sure.
Okay.
Did his van have curtains?
Yeah.
I knew that was about to happen. Ooh. Ooh. Sometimes, bro, I swear to God, sometimes I don't even want to know certain shit. And ooh, did we call this one here? Did we? Did we? Like, did we? The fuck? Bro, let me tell y'all something. This is why I was that's why I got so mad on that live. But I was telling y'all motherfuckers, y'all can't say what a person been through. Y'all, everybody who was doubting that girl on my page, y'all owe her a motherfucking apology. When it all come together, it does, doesn't it?
Bands do have curtains. Okay. I'm gonna drop the link one more time, guys. This is y'all chance for y'all questions. If you pull up, you do. If you don't, I'm not asking. I'm letting y'all know now. For the ones that don't want to pull up with their questions, I'm not asking. I'm dropping the link for y'all. I've done my homework. I do enough, and I explained that to you guys prior to that. I'm not doing any more than what I'm saying I've done up here. I give y'all fair chance to come and ask y'all questions, and it's more work on me than I have to. I already got enough going on, so. I can't even drop it. Hold on, guys. Alright, I dropped the link, so if anybody else got questions, feel free to come up.
In one of them type of situations to where like, boy, I'm almost scared to say what I need to say right now. Like, bro, I ain't even know. I understand now why Darnell is probably holding back. Like, no bullshit. Bro, if you got any sense, you see it. I don't even gotta say it, you see it. Bro, shit made me wanna private my video, my nigga. Shit! Bro!
I dropped the link right there in the chat box, so feel free to hit it and come up and ask your questions. So he said Kenneth's van did have, the evangelist Kenneth's van did have curtains in it. He cleared that up for the ones that was asking about the van and stuff like that. He said that okay, Maisha.
Hi, how is everybody doing today?
Hello, welcome, Maisha.
Listen, Miss Parker, I know that your community deep dived the 40 years CPS by Mark D the other day, right? And in their podcast, because my community deep dived it as well, Mark D spoke about Darnell Greer. So that wasn't my first time hearing it with evangelists. Remember, on that podcast, Mark D said that Annette was running around telling everybody that Neziah had the relationship with this man already.
You know what?
So
Did he get Darnell's name?
He didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. But Darnell, my question to you is, when that came out and y'all been talking about it together, did he never mention you as the autistic man that they were talking about?
No.
No. Did you ever ask who's the autistic man that they were talking about?
No.
My last question, and I'm gonna let everybody else go because I can go for hours. This part already done. My last question I have for you is: do you know if the Harris family and Evangelist Kenneth all go to the same church?
They do.
All of them, everybody.
Yes.
And why wasn't it you decided not to go?
Because I know how messy last night I think one of my pastors told me how messy that church is. I was no person in that church.
What made it messy?
The people, the pastor, what's going on, it's a lot.
I'm going to get in, Miss Parker, see if you can get some elaboration with it.
Was that they had a pressure on the pastor at one point in time?
Man, we did that video 2 weeks ago, bro.
So the pastor with the ponytail, right?
I don't know. I never saw him, so I don't know.
Was it the pastor at the Jehovah Shalom Church?
Correct.
Okay. So you and Kenneth did, you and the evangelist did have a conversation, correct?
I never went there. I never saw the pastor or nothing. I know that church is messy.
Oh, the church is messy?
Yes, that's why I never went over there and nothing.
China, no, y'all can control like the cussing and anything else, you know what I'm saying? I got other things, but China, y'all ain't got business. I'm not meaning like that, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody rock, but if it gets like too disrespectful, China, you know what to do. You want to talk like
Man, this shit making my heart beat so quick. I mean, I know it's because I'm a little tipsy off the wine, and that's why I gotta be smoking to blunt my nerves. Cause listen, I believe everything about that girl. That's why I flipped out on that video show. But this girl described this to the T. We did them videos 2 weeks ago, shawty with this front shit. And I was just up one night smoking. You know how I do. I got to shut the fuck up sometimes because let me tell you something. This is bigger than we could ever imagine. Nigga, you have a lot of salams and motherfucking. Do you understand who's all involved? Nigga, this shit crazy as hell. Go back and watch the video with this girl, man. She described in detail. And everybody that she describing is who we think, man, this shit. Bro, I got a whole other bottle. I'm finna crack the fuck open, bro. We did this shit 2 weeks ago, bro. Bro.
Okay, so when you say the church was messy, what do you mean? And let's get down to business on here. Tell us.
Like,
V, delete that. V, 4242, delete
Like
that
as
bitch.
far as kids and stuff, like demonic stuff, kids being, you know, touched. All of it. So the kids was being touched and stuff in that church.
I swear to God, I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt you one more time. Everybody who was on that video with that girl, when she was talking about all this here happening, go on that motherfucker and be a woman and apologize. I swear to God. I swear to God, or I'm going over there to block your ass. This girl told us in real time it was a bigger issue. She went to the police. She went to everybody, bro, and they was breaking her. The nigga, the police is in it. Bro, this is crazy.
Darnell.
yes.
Okay. So he said the kids was being touched at the Jehovah Shalom Church. What else turned you away from that church?
There's a lot of gossip. Like, people think they better than you. Like, they better than we are somebody.
Let me get to Royal Beloved was next. Beloved, go ahead, love.
I just want to say thank you for having me. I can jump in on this Parker.
Hi, Maisha.
Thank
Y'all make sure
you.
y'all go follow my girl Maisha. She covers everything about what I talk about on TikTok. Beloved, you come off mute, love.
Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, hi, Donnell. I just have a couple of questions. So you said you met Kenneth, Evangelist Kenneth, in 2003. Did he own that van in 2003?
That girl said that shit. Y'all, boy, I swear to God, oh yeah, y'all finna hit me tonight. I'm finna get toasted and roast the fuck out y'all. Y'all didn't wanna believe that girl, man. That was her timeline too. It's right when they was getting started. Y'all, boy, that shit crazy. Y'all,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I gotta pull it up.
You said correct.
Oh, do you remember if he wore wigs or what color his hair was back then?
You were weeks.
Bro, shut the fuck up. This girl said that nigga had a purple vein. Bro, she said the nigga had a purple vein. Bro. Dog.
Any particular color?
He used to have this wigs in there too. His hair braided with weave.
Oh, okay. And did he transport people or anything back then? Do you remember what his occupation was?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you, beloved. Royal Queen, come through, my sister. Royal Queen, you're on mute. Alicia, so Royal Queen figures it out. You want to come in, sister?
Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Darnell. No, they answered my question. I was just gonna say I was going through his page and I noticed like he changed his hairstyle a lot, and I just want to know, did he dress up, put on wigs or anything like that? Because I know he had braids sometimes, and then
Right.
he would perm his hair, things like that. You see anything that was odd with that?
He used to do that all the time.
It's like he wanted to change his appearance, or didn't.
He didn't know what he wanted to do.
Okay.
He's just confused.
Did he ever try to have that translate over to you, like changing your appearance?
He tried, but it didn't work.
Okay.
I like light stuff. I ain't cheap.
Okay. So he was cheap. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
No.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you so much. So when Darnell, real quick about the church. I do want to go back to the church for just a second. So did you ever go to this church to know these type of things was happening? Or did y'all pillow talk?
Pillow talk.
Yeah, because he's a talker. I'm gonna admit to you. I know, like I said, some things I know to be factual because he's a talker. What's going on, beloved? You're back?
Yeah, I just had one more question about Frank. He said that Frank worked on his car, so Frank worked inside the body shop. Did you ever get to meet him?
No.
You never even saw him? Okay. Do you know any chance how long they were hanging out or friends, or how long he had been working on his car?
Before I got start coming around.
Oh.
In 2003, he explained it. He must have missed it, beloved. Jumping.
Yeah, I did, because I have to mute you to jump in and out. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
For those that just coming in, you gotta go catch the replay about a lot. Some of y'all questions.
Bro, we gonna later on tonight, sometime tonight, we gotta run Shawty live back. We running Shawty live back, bro. On my soul.
Since he's already stated and stuff like that. So back to the pastor. So you were saying that Annette was crushing on the pastor. How did that conversation come about?
One day, he took her to the grocery store, the Sam's Club or whatever, and he used to talk about, oh, I like his hair, and I want to marry him, and so forth. Because he had on that day when this conversation was going on about. Because I never went to Sam's Club with him.
So you're saying that that's the stream I'm leaving, because I'm not going to be here too long, guys. So if you got questions, work clean, you can try to hit it one more time or whatever. If you got questions, come up. Mocha, if you got a question,
Shut
up. If you like, because I'm having a problem kind of posting. You know what I'm saying? She said, did he ever mention what type of mother Annette was?
No.
And when y'all talked